Welcome to part 2 of my presentation on using digital stories instead of presentations to assess speaking. The digital story you're going to see is used with the permission of Alex Fun Xufeng. All the images and music he uses have Creative Commons licenses.
Locating in this Forest Road Central Market is one of the most valuable heritages in Hong Kong, which is a Grade 3 historic building in Antiquities Authority grading. Interestingly enough, this old building is now surrounded by a series of world-class commercial buildings. Whether you know it or not, let's discover this heritage together. The story of Central Market began with the British occupation on Hong Kong Island in 1841. At that time, Chinese workers and food merchants lived in Central. To support their daily life, there were some shops on the street for them, which is near the current location. Due to the war happened in China, it caused a large scale of immigrations of Chinese to Hong Kong. As a result, the number of residents in Shanwan and Central was rapidly increased. Hence, the first generation of Central Market was built due to the increase of demands of foods for Chinese. Later on, government decided to establish some constructions of commercial buildings and landfills near the surrounding. So, Central Market was rebuilt for many times. Having a long history, also, it is a collaborative memory of somebody. Why don't you take a look of these two little stories of two peoples? Their experience shows the significance and importance of Central Market before the closure of it.
爺個阿爸啦，已經係喺中環街市經營㗎啦。日本仔佔領香港時候咧，就曾經將中環街市改個名叫中央市場嘅。 雞鴨都算係人手操作嘅行業啦，以前係咁，所以需要個勞動人口比較多㗎。我諗超過300個雞鴨工人㗎，淨係中環街市都。
中環街市可以50檔海鮮，有一句講話出處即係出產嘅地方賣嘅嘢不如聚處，係聚埋一笪地方。中環街市就係啦，係聚埋所有嘅地方嚇，你流浮山嚟嘅生蠔，你塔門嚟嘅鮑魚，你邊度長洲出嚟嘅蝦。
Now, it is the fourth generational building, which was built in 1939 by Red Burial and used to connect the central commercial area and mid-level. Although it was closed in 2003, there are trendy remaining shops. We can see a lot of domestic helpers enjoy their holiday here. In fact, Central Market is well known with its architectural merits. It is the unique buildings with powerful style at the same period. It shows the concept of form follows function. Without using decorations, we can easily see streamlined corners and windows follow horizontal lines. Inside the building, a giant cornice is used to provide both daylight and air for the inner part of the building. It is no doubt that we can see this type of buildings everywhere. However, this kind of building technology is cutting edge in 1930s. Since central lands are highly demanded and expensive, many people think that it should be demolished for better development for business. Central Market was included in the application list by the government. Fortunately, it was removed due to strong opposition from political parties finally. Meanwhile, a preservation and revitalization project called the Central Oasis was mentioned in the 2009 and 2010 policy address and handled by the Urban Renewal Authority. It conducted several times of negotiations and seminars with general public and professionals. They reached an agreement that Central Market will be preserved and further developed as a recreational area before 2020. To conclude, this project is meaningful and crucial in terms of environment and social harmony. Firstly, it will be provide a recreational area in Central. As there are lack of recreational facilities in Central, thus, residents and businessmen will be able to refresh themselves, such as taking a rest and having a lunch on the grass. Next, The structural stability will be enhanced, since Central Market is built with a long period of time, and it is the major connection between the mid-level and the central commercial area. So, it is necessary to enhance the structural stability. Furthermore, the risk of happening serious incidents will be also decreased. More importantly, the improvement of outdoor air quality in Central I expect. Since Central Commercial Area is one of the most business places in the world, having heavy traffic, the air quality is quite bad in comparison with other districts. Therefore, when the whole project is finished, this situation will be improved. Anyway, it's useful to preserve and revitalize an old building instead of repair it for business. Is it necessary to create peaceful places inside a Russian community? I believe that further discussion is needed, and we will be able to obtain the answer of those skeptical questions from general public after completion.